This word is titled The Trench, and I just wanted to kind of give a background on this word and the meaning of it. So every morning during my prayer time, I always lay a blanket on the floor, and I lay face down, and I have my prayer time after I read my Bible. And 2 different times this week at the start of my prayer time, I heard the Lord say the word trench. And by definition, the word trench means a long, narrow ditch, generally deeper than it is wide. And as I began to research the word trench and ask the Lord for the meaning, He began to show me why He shared this word with me. A trench or ditch was something someone would use for military defense. It was also used to protect troops from being seen by the enemy. Most often, the word trench was associated with World War I, where they would use trench warfare. And if you're not familiar with what trench warfare is, it's a type of combat in which the opposing sides attack, counterattack, and defend from relatively permanent systems of trenches dug into the ground. So you're probably wondering, what does all of this military and war talk have to do with my prayer time? So the Lord said that over time, I have dug a trench. Each morning, laying out the blanket in the same place on the floor of my bedroom. Each morning, laying down in prayer, sometimes laughing as I prayed, and many times crying. It's as if all the hours I have spent crying out to Him on my face has created a trench in the spiritual realm. And this morning, when I was laying out my blanket and laying down to pray, I literally felt like I was crawling into a trench. And it's just so profound and hard to even describe, but I literally felt like the bedroom floor was like a trench that I was getting into. So the other part regarding this word was the Lord was just kind of sharing how this trench has really become like a deep hiding place from the enemy, and how it has protected me from the enemy's advances. As a soldier in the army of Christ, it is imperative that you have a trench too, your hiding place in the shelter of the Most High. Psalms 91, 1 and 2 says, "Whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust." The psalm also goes on to say how He will cover us with His feathers, with His wings, how His faithfulness will be our shield and rampart. And I looked up the word rampart, and it means to fortify or surround. It could also mean a defensive wall. So the Lord, in His faithfulness, He is our shield. He's our covering. He surrounds us. He fortifies us. He's like a wall of defense around us. And that's for those who dwell in this shelter. So I just felt led to share all of this to encourage those that maybe aren't spending time daily with the Lord, or really setting aside time to pray and seek His face, because we're literally in a spiritual war right now. I mean, you could see it playing out all around us. So it's time to dig deep. Get in your trench. Don't be left out in the open for the enemy to pick you off. You're an easy target if you aren't prayed up and secure in the shelter of the Most High. Pick up your shovel today and dig. God bless you.